Hello guys and welcome to sort of part 4 of the career mode. I'm going to explain why it's a sort of, seeing this video is only about 9 minutes in length. And you might be wondering why we're looking at the main menu for quick race. No beating around the bush, I might as well come out and say it. I lost the footage for Russia. I hit stop recording on my Elgato software and it stopped it at the time, like the whole time of the recording, so like an hour and 39 minutes. And I thought, oh, I'll start processing, so I'll go off and I'll do something. 10 minutes later, came back, it was still on that same screen and hadn't began processing, so I'm like, brilliant. I've had this issue once before, and it was just basically the aspect of, you can't stop the recording. Usually, if you close the program while it's recording, it'll say, do you want to stop the recording and save the footage? I said yes, didn't close the program, so I was forced to close it. So, yeah, so pretty much what I just did is I did a 3-lap quick race as Kevin Magnussen on Russia, so you still get, some aspect. It's a Renault around Russia, and I just wanted to cover what happened in the bullet point format that I've written it down in. For the first time this season, I managed to pretty much perfect the R&D. I got 50 in track acclimatization, 50 in tyre management, and 50 in qualifying pace. I think I only hit 4 of the 5 team objectives, so not 100% perfect, so we were really on form. Really, everything got firing on all cylinders. In a fully dry, because I do the full qualifying, it was fully dry in all of those. We got up into 6th place. We qualified 6th on the grid. The way I ran it is I did super softs in the first stint to get us, the first qualifying to get us out of that. I ran the softs because that was what I did. That's what I did the tyre wear test on, and the deg on those was very little. So I was really pleased and felt that we could proceed on that really nicely. So I ran on the soft tyres in qualifying 2, and then of course the super softs in Q3, so I could get as high up the grid as possible, but crucially start on the soft tyre. And then essentially what I wanted to do then on the grid was of course run soft late into the race, swap to the super softs at the end. And then what the game wanted me to do when I went to the strategy is it presented me start on softs, go to mediums. I'm like, no, that would be silly. What I want to do instead is go to the super softs, but it wouldn't let me do it, so I'm fine, I'll do it manually during the race. Anyway, we started 6th. We got a good start. I think we went up to 3rd, and ran 3rd for the first few laps. And then essentially just we ran from there, and we were super competitive. We lost a couple of positions, like the Ferraris passed us, but we were matching lap times with the Red Bulls. From that standpoint, obviously everyone ahead of us was on the super soft tyres. I think a couple of them were on the softs, but we were running the super soft tyre, and we came out after our second pit stop in 2nd place. So I was just like, okay, the 2nd, 5th, no, it's 5th place. Yeah, it was 5th place that we came out with Verstappen just behind us. Verstappen on soft tyres, us on our new super softs. We were pushing, and we did really well. We were matched up. We were pulling away from him, and also slightly reeling in. It was either Vettel or Raikkonen. I can't remember this. I recorded the race like a few days ago. I haven't had a chance and the opportunity to kind of do this recap. I just wrote my points down. I was angry. I was frustrated. 2 laps from home, I begin to start the penultimate lap, and it goes to me, warning, you must use the mandatory tyre for this race. Please come and swap to a set of softs or mediums. And I'm like, but I've used 2 compounds of tyre. And I didn't think I was doing anything against the rules. I start on the softs, I go to the super softs, I go to the end. Like a lot of the cars at the start. Started on the super softs, and then run to the end on the soft tyre after 1 pit stop. I don't see why reversing that was a problem. Well, apparently it was. Because what I did is I, of course, was like, no, this might be a glitch, screw you. Went on to the final lap, it disqualified me, obviously. So I did a rewind, came into the pits, and fitted the soft compound tyre for the final lap of the race. So it dropped me after a truly gutsy and determined performance from the Renault. And me being on point. I love Russia. Russia's, for me, is a very flowing, very nice track to drive. So we dropped from 5th to 9th. So we only scored 2 points instead of a possible 10 points. and I was furious. I was fuming. I haven't done too much research into this, but I've watched another couple of the F1 YouTubers, and this has happened to a couple of them, where in Q2 they've gone for like the middle tyre, and then gone to the soft in the race, like the softest tyre, and it's done the same thing to them. So I don't know if it's an actual ruling for 2016 that I'm missing out on, but I don't see the issue, seeing as you can do it the other way around. You can start on the soft and go to the harder. So I don't know. I really don't know. So I was furious, but essentially we got our new rival as well. I can't remember who it is off the top of my head. I want to say it's one of the Force Indias. No, it's I believe it's Esteban Gutierrez. Might be, I don't know. We'll find out for Spain, which will be coming out later today. Don't worry, you're not getting cut short. This isn't cheap. You will see part number 5 later on today. Don't worry about that. So that will be coming out. I was just so furious. And also, the good news is that we got promoted to the first driver, which I think is one of the fastest I've seen, actually, to be promoted after 4 rounds, to be promoted to the first driver. Again, some of the F1 YouTubers that I've been watching still haven't been promoted yet, even though they've been in the purple sector for ages. So I was like, wow, so we're now the first driver. And what the first driver means is we're going to be getting bonus R&D for the foreseeable future, while we are the first driver of the team. So it was good to see that we were running really competitive, because I think we'd got an engine upgrade. I seriously can't remember. I'm going to have a look at it when I start recording Spain, essentially. So, but yeah, Russia, we were really competitive. I don't know whether it was because we just had to do a one-stop and that, there was less opportunity in the race to be caught out by teams doing other things. But positive reinforcement to see we could race as high as 5th. We were matching speed with the Red Bulls. And I think we're getting close to being able to overtake some of the other teams in the progression history, so that'll be worth having had a look at there. But Spain next, I don't feel very confident. It's a high downforce, and they run like the hard tyre, like the actual hard compound. So it's tough on tyres, and obviously we've seen from the tyre management, due to my driving style, I'm not the best on the hard tyre at all, especially at managing the tyres. But, I have a bit more confidence going into this Grand Prix, so hopefully we can at least maybe scrape a point. But yeah, I was super mad. I was just so mad at what had happened, the fact that I'd lost the footage. What it's taught me to do is now I'm going to record each session individually, because obviously I'd already saved as well by the time I noticed this. So I'm going to record each session individually. So I've got like a practice section, a qualifying section, and then that way, if I notice it happens, what I'll do is I'll stop it before going to the next round so it saves, so I can restart the race. Is essentially what I'll look to do there. But that's effectively what happened for Russia. My apologies, you didn't get a proper Grand Prix out of it. There wasn't much I could do. I'd already saved. The only other option for myself would be restarting the career and effectively trying to finish where I had finished, but I just don't have the spare time. I'm sorry, as bad as it sounds, I just didn't have the spare time. So that's what happened. I wanted to make this explanation video and just cover essentially what had happened as part of that weekend. But we got Spain next. Spain's coming out later today. I hope you guys have at least, maybe you won't have enjoyed this recap video. I don't blame you. I didn't really want to have to make it, but c'est la vie. So thank you for watching, if you are keeping up to date with the career mode videos. And yes, Spain will be out later. I haven't actually recorded it yet, so I need to get on and do that. But again, thank you for keeping up to date with the season. I'm enjoying the support so far, and I'll see you all next time.